Welcome to training session number 5, lesson number 12, System Settings Administration. The System Settings window is used to manage some of the application settings that control behavior and/or clinic group preferences. The system settings can be edited as soon as the window is opened. When changes are made, the OK and Cancel button will become enabled. The fields provided within the system settings include automatically approve invoices as soon as they are entered and saved. This controls whether invoices are manually or automatically approved. When checked, invoices will be approved as soon as they are created. Editing an invoice after it has been created is significantly limited when invoices are automatically approved. Manually approving invoices provides more flexibility with the creation and editing of invoices. Prism Hearing Solutions recommends that invoices be manually approved until the clinic group has been using Prism Connect for a while, thus giving staff a chance to become familiar with Prism Connect. Require a QuickBooks identifier for each clinic. This denotes whether each clinic record should have a QuickBooks identifier assigned to it. Clinic groups that will be exporting to QuickBooks should have this checkbox checked. Prompt to update an item's cost when entering payables. This provides control over whether Prism Connect will display a prompt to the user asking whether they want the application to update the cost of an item when the cost entered into accounts payable window differs from that of the item's expected cost, as defined in Items or Global Items window. Percentage of cost variance after which users will receive a warning message. This controls the sensitivity over cost variation between items' actual and expected cost. When a vendor's invoice is being entered via accounts payable and the cost of an item exceeds an item's expected cost by more than the percentage specified, a message will appear warning the user of the discrepancy. The discrepancy may be due to an apparent overcharge, or the item's expected cost may need to be adjusted in the item's record. Security settings. This includes number of minutes before system times out. Specify the number of minutes a user can be inactive within Prism Connect before the user's connection to Prism Connect will be terminated. The range of minutes allowed is 1 minute to 180 minutes. Are strong passwords required? When checked, each user's password to access Prism Connect must be at least a total of 8 characters in length and contain one of the following. Here is a chart. Should a user password expire? When checked, each user's password will expire after a certain number of days. If passwords expire, after how many days? Specify the number of days after which a user's password must expire. This field is only enabled when the Should User Password Expire checkbox is checked. Accounting Export. These settings include Invoice Start Date. This denotes the date when Prism Connect was first used by a clinic group. This date is used to restrict sales invoices dated earlier than this date from being included in the accounting exports. The reason why invoices before the specified date should not be included in the exports is because the system that was used before Prism Connect would likely have already reported these sales to the accounting system. This is especially important for those who create balance forward invoices within Prism Connect to reflect any outstanding balances owed by patients when a clinic group begins using Prism Connect. Additionally, if a clinic's group invoice data from a previous system was converted and imported into Prism Connect, these invoice records should not be included in the accounting exports. Percentage used to project cost of items. This denotes the percent of sales price to use as the cost of an item when actual cost of an item is not known and an item's expected cost has not been specified. The projected cost of an item is shown on the supporting detail report, available within the Accounting Export window. Refer to the Accounting Export section of the user guide for more information. Name to appear on transactions going against the accounts receivable account. Used to retain the name that appears in the general ledger transactions that go against the accounts receivable account. QuickBooks requires that a name be used. The value in this field cannot be changed here, but it displays here as it is a system setting. The name can be edited within the accounting export window by editing the GL definitions. Invoice sales transaction preference. Select between the two choices. Summarized. This gives you a month's end summary of sales transactions. Detail. This is a periodic detail listing of patient sales. Cost of sales transaction preference. Select between the two choices. Summarized. End of month summary of cost of sales transactions. Detail. Periodic detail listing of cost of sales. Assessment period. These settings include number of days allowed to assess aids, used to denote the number of days a patient is allowed to assess their hearing aids before returns can be limited or prohibited. State laws may dictate the number of days required, therefore the number of days is defined by state. Next we have the close dates. The close dates are displayed here but are set and controlled in the GL Accounting Export module. This completes training session number 5, lesson number 12, System Settings Administration.